Also notice how the loop's path overlaps so as not to miss any area, and also pay attention to how the loop stays level with the ground. Even with the loop submerged, Lance maintains a consistent sweep pattern. Lance makes short order of digging with his mesh scoop, all the while scanning the hole to pinpoint his target. Some additional scooping, and Lance has another prize find. Let's get back to Steve and learn a little more about the BeachHunter ID.
Let's talk about the specific controls in detail, but first let's hear from project engineer John Ploutz.
Hi, I'd like to give you a little technical explanation of the BeachHunter ID and why 2 or more frequencies give you some advantages, particularly on the beach. Don't be concerned if you don't understand exactly everything I'm talking about. I think you'll get the general idea, and I find this very interesting, so I want to talk about it anyway. If you're familiar with normal White's VDI instruments, you'll know that there's a VDI number that's based on the phase angle of a target. We usually represent this graphically with a phase angle chart, and typically salt falls on one axis and ferrite on another, and our targets generally in this quadrant. And what that means to us as far as a 2-frequency machine goes is what I'm going to try to explain. A typical target, as the frequency goes up, the phase angle will change. However, salt will still stay on this axis. The amplitude will be different. Likewise with ferrite, which is a representative of ground. So using simple mathematics, we can eliminate effects from salt and from ground, and what we have left is how much did the target change. So using more than one frequency, we can get rid of salt, get rid of the ground, and still have target identification data left. And so that's exactly what we did. It's this piece of information that we use to indicate the target on the 3 lights and also in the audio tone. Typically, large targets like dollars will change a different amount because they're out here than, say, nickels, which are typically in this area. So the amount of change between nickels and the amount of change between dollars, the amount of change between pennies is all a little bit different. If we want to show the lights in relationship to these phase angles, we can do that. Targets like gold, other jewelry, and nickels would fall in this zone. Coins would fall in the green zone, and iron and some other hot rocks and trash would fall over here in the red zone. In the discriminate mode, you'll have a separate tone for the yellow and the green, and when iron does have a tone, it'll be a 3rd tone, although typically it's broken up or gone. In the all metal mode, the tone reverts to just a typical VCO, which is based on target strength and has no correlation with the lights then. What this technology means to you is that you'll no longer see the effects of salt on the beach. You'll be able to get rid of the ground response and still have useful target identification.
The first control we'll talk about is the threshold. Threshold turns the instrument on and off and adjusts the background hum or threshold, and should be heard continually during use. Everybody hears slightly differently, and the ideal setting is the softest that you can hear. Using the BeachHunter ID with a slight threshold continuously during searching is recommended for the best performance. If threshold is not desired First, find the threshold, then turn the threshold control just slightly clockwise to silence. Some performance may be compromised. Respectable results can still be achieved. Turn the threshold fully counterclockwise off when not using the BeachHunter ID. The next control is the sensitivity. It controls the responsiveness to metal targets as well as interference from external electrical sources and ground peculiarities, and tests the battery condition. In most conditions, the P or the preset is ideal. If interference becomes apparent, reduce the sensitivity control counterclockwise until smooth, stable operation is restored. If smooth, stable operation is noted at P, increasing the sensitivity control clockwise may increase detection depth so long as stable, predictable results can be achieved. The sensitivity control will also dictate the sensitivity of the ID display. If set too high for the conditions, the display may become unreliable. The third control is the ground control. As we've seen on the beach, the ground control sets the rejection level against the ground. The last control, the mode toggle, selects between the available modes of all metal and discrimination. The ID lights will work equally well in the all metal mode or the discriminant mode. In the all metal mode, you'll be digging all targets. In the discriminant mode, you'll be able to discriminate out some trash.
The BeachHunter ID is the latest in a long tradition of American-made excellence from White's Electronics. Headquartered in the heart of the Pacific Northwest, the factory in Sweet Home, Oregon produces a combination of handcrafted perfection and cutting-edge technology, which is one of a kind.
For over 50 years, White's Electronics has been building metal detectors from scratch right here in our Sweet Home, Oregon factory. Custom tools are designed and machined in-house by our tool and die makers. Raw materials are used to construct the durable quality products our customers demand. White's uses processes and materials proven over the years to produce a high-quality product that performs where it counts, in the field. Parts and materials are handcrafted in-house and tested every step of the way to assure quality. Automation is used when it provides an increase in quality and/or performance. Each and every detector is put through a series of rigorous engineering specification tests to assure it performs to our customers' high standards.
As you might expect with a high-quality device, there comes with it a solid warranty. You'll want to learn more about that from your local dealer, but rest assured, once a detector leaves the plant in Sweet Home, it's expected to provide many years of reliable, trouble-free performance. In the event that your detector does fail, contact your dealer. There may be a quick, simple fix. Make sure to check the obvious, such as batteries, and you might want to try your detector in another area just to be sure interference isn't the source of your problem. For the authorized service center nearest you, contact your local dealer. We want to leave you with a few words about the code of conduct while you hunt in various locations. If you're new to this fascinating hobby, common sense will usually keep you on the right track. For example, if you wish to hunt on private property, be sure to get the owner's permission. More often than not, they'll be more than willing, as long as you take care to leave the property as you found it. Close gates behind you as you enter fenced areas, and always pick up trash that you find on or in the ground. If you plan to hunt public property, be sure to check with your local government to make sure it's permissible to metal detect. Now you're ready to do some treasure hunting. To learn more about techniques from the world's best treasure hunters, consult your local dealer. There's many resources available, including books and tapes. Ask your dealer about any accessories you may find helpful. And last but not least, get out there and enjoy your detector. Nothing will make you a better treasure hunter than hunting for treasure.